guys know, I've been working on an album for over a year now called Playing Games, and I've essentially not released a song. Can we check actually? Can we see when the last song I released? So I have not released a song since November 7th of 2025 because again, I've just been in album mode and I've been strictly in album mode, recording, mixing, getting all these music videos ready. On the side, I've kind of been sitting on this collab I did with some of my closest music buddies. And I'm like, why is this not out? We have a good music video for it. I'm going to be showing you how an independent artist manages his own rollout for a single. And we actually went live and recorded this song live on stream. The first step is recording, right? So we recorded the song, we mixed the song sounds good to us. So we're like, bet. We filmed the music video. I edited that music video. Very happy with that. So now all we have to do is click release, right? And we're good. Wrong. Well, yes, but it depends what your goals are. For me, primarily, I want to make sure that this song has the best chance to do as well as it can. And sadly, just releasing it and crossing our fingers isn't going to cut it. So what do we have to do? We have to make some content. And when I say content, I'm not going to be putting together a little TikTok dance. I know so many artists fall into that trap where they're like, damn, I like making music, but I don't want to dance or lip sing on camera. And I'd say if you're an artist and you're saying that about yourself, like you're not worse than other artists that do it. You're self-conscious. You're self-conscious of the fact you don't want to fake content for a real song that you made. Because that, to me, that just defeats the whole point of music. We strictly just need to figure out a rollout. And what is a rollout? Release date, music video, and social media stuff that I can hopefully funnel into getting people to go stream more of my song, go to more of my socials, and hence grow my platform. And lucky for us, me and my buddies G-Walls and Escape, who are on this song, shot a music video. So even though that's probably not all the content I'll use, we have the ability to chop up that music video and make some posts out of it. This isn't rocket science. I'm not the first person to do it. My goal from this video is to inspire another independent artist to maybe plan a better rollout. Let's control what we can control. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm going to pick through that music video. We're simply going to come up with captions. I love doing memes. I think meme culture is such a good way to funnel people to your music. I've had a couple of very successful ones. I've had ones that I failed at too. Once they really do well, you can funnel more money into it. But we're going to do a test budget first. Over the next few days after that, we have the incubation period where we are going to be analyzing data from the marketing and from also the videos that we're not marketing. My goal here today is to literally just chop up like a minute video from the music video, make like some kind of meme caption that I think people could relate to. We're gonna make an ads manager campaign off of Meta ads, and we're gonna run those ads on Instagram. The goal again is just to funnel people and track those people that are clicking onto that and managing this campaign throughout the process. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is gonna cost money. Most things do, but we're gonna be smart. Now, I'm not gonna be putting in $100 a day. I am simply for a 3-day period once this song drops, and we're gonna see the pros and the cons of it, see if it's getting the traffic that I want. And while that campaign is running, I'm gonna have some other pieces of content that I'm not marketing, and I'm going to see which one organically does the best, and we're gonna market that one as well. And now the reason I don't wanna wait to see which one does organically best before I start marketing is because the best time to market a song is literally the second it comes out. Why? Algorithm. So I'm going to have to use my best judgment and off of some of these memes that I'm gonna create off of this music video. And then as that one's running, I'm gonna be posting other things on social media that again, I am not marketing. And then the one that does the best, that gets the most shares, maybe it's comments, maybe it's likes, maybe it's profile views, maybe just the energy of the post. Regardless, we're gonna pick at least 2 pieces of content to market for this song within the first week of it running. If you're watching this, you probably have one of these. I am going to get the video into CapCut on my phone, and we're just gonna edit. We're gonna edit a quick meme. This should take no longer than a few minutes here. Let's run it.
A lot of rights, a lot of wrongs, our souls in the fog, and I ain't talking about bongs. This hit's a little strong. Think I need to go walk. Take a look at the clock. Time don't take a break. So why the fuck would I
I
stop?
basically went into my notes app. Every single one of these lines here is a different potential caption, and I think I'm going to use all of them. Now, I do think there are funnier ones than the one that I think I'm going to market first. The goal for me at first isn't to pick the funniest one. It's to pick the one that I feel, based off my judgment, that most people can relate to. We're creating a meme with the song playing that'll hopefully get somebody to go, huh, I like this song. I see a listen more. let's click that. And I'm going to show you as well how we can track that. Got my captions. I went into CapCut. CapCut's this free editing app on the phone. I already have that caption into CapCut. All right, so my video literally just exported. Not rocket science. This is literally how the ad looks. My caption, because this song is very dreamlike. Looking at this video, the style of video, even hearing this song, it kind of reminds me of that pre-2020 feel. So I just went with a simple caption of, why does this video feel like 2020? And then I have kind of cinematic shots from the video. And you could see on the bottom as well, this is important. I actually have, make it as easy as possible for people to know that you make music. I'm not making it hard for you as the watcher to know that, okay, this guy has a Spotify. You've literally got to treat this post like somebody new is going to see it every single day. I have the song name, I have my name, I have my Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube, which you can literally just look up Running and Getting Go Glenn, and this will come up. There will be a bar here on the bottom that also will directly lead people to Spotify, Apple Music, and all that as well. We're gonna go into Ads Manager and we're gonna start drafting together a campaign around this video. And then we're also gonna draft another campaign around the actual music video as well. We want as much pumping in the beginning as possible. And again, you don't need hundreds of dollars for this. You can literally start with a budget of $30 to really test and see what's working and what's not. Let's go into meta ads. All right, so I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm the master Facebook marketing and you should take all your tips from me, but it's something I've done for a numerous amount of years now.
Road, I lost myself in my zone. I was contemplating my.
All right, I took some time putting together 2 different campaigns that are going to be running. Here, right now, we are looking inside my running advertisement. We are running both a tier 1 and tier 2 ad for this song. Sometimes one could be cheaper than the other and even more efficient. So in my opinion, from my experience, it's been smart to test both. We're going to be doing an engagement campaign. I'm only spending $10 a day. It's during the test limit, so we're going to spend about $10 a day for 3 to 4 days and really see where it leaves off. So as for this next screen, this is my tier 1 ad. This is literally just the pixel. This is what I set up that really helps me track, okay, where are these people coming from and are they clicking? And I'm going to show you where that connects. But before I do that, right here are all the locations that I am going to be running for tier 1. And throughout this campaign, we're actually going to be looking at the cost per click, like meaning the cost per click for each one of these countries here in these locations. And if the cost per click is over like my goal, then I am absolutely cutting it, basically causing the entirety of the campaign to be inefficient. And it makes no sense to keep it if the cost per click is super high. Lower the cost per click for all of these, obviously to lower the average, and we really want a low one, but we want an efficient one. At first, all the cost per clicks are going to be higher, again, in that 3-day testing phase where it's really trying to find the people in the niche and in the segments and in the placements, kind of the barriers that you put on the campaign's algorithm to find those people. And then once it finds a couple people like that, it's going to keep mimicking that essentially until the algorithm like pretty much knows the exact kind of person that's going to click on it and maybe even the area that had the lowest cost per click. It's all about bang for buck. That's all this is. It's not rocket science. Pretty much going for that 21 to 45. Now, something I'm also not doing for this test that I'm running, since this is like a very broad campaign and I feel like anybody could mess with the kind of caption, I don't just want to put my detail targeting to people that bump Spotify or people that like maybe indie music because it's kind of like an indie pop song. I kind of want to let the algorithm do its thing because I just feel like the less we narrow it in the beginning, also the less expensive it'll be because it'll just be easier to find people that it thinks it'll like. As it goes, we can begin narrowing the audience and maybe adding some kind of detail targeting. In the beginning, especially for these placements, it's been a cheaper CPC if we keep the detail targeting open. It could go either way, right? It could be a little more expensive in the beginning, and then around 3 or 4, you see it start working a lot better because it had more room to try and find people, right? It's not just confined to what you set it to. But on the other hand, sometimes it could be wasted spend. You know, you could see, okay, wait, I just wasted all this money trying to find certain people that, you know, maybe it needed to be boxed in for. So all marketing is a gamble, but you learn from your past experiences. So from my past experience, we're going to keep that unchecked there. And then probably the most important thing that I'm doing here, I don't want to be paying for Messenger because I don't think anybody's going to be bumping my stuff there. I'm getting rid of Threads, getting rid of Facebook. Primarily, I'm making sure that these ads are running on under stories, statuses and reels, and primarily Instagram stories and Instagram reels. I'm not spending money here. I'm not spending money here. We're definitely not spending money on WhatsApp status. I'm spending money on the two things that I know have the most traffic and I've had the most success with. That's pretty much been stagnant. And the last thing for the actual ad itself, you can see this is an old campaign, actually a pretty good one that I ran for my song Rights and Wrongs. The content isn't released yet to the public. This actually grabs it directly from the post. So you see use existing posts. So as soon as I post it, I'll essentially be able to finish this ad. And tier 2, pretty much the same way. But you can see there's a lot more locations. And again, there's a lot more room here for me to cut stations out, therefore puts more of the campaign's attention and spend into the locations that are actually bringing in not only good funneling, but a good CPC, which is cost per click. That's how this is going to be set up. It really, once you do a couple of them, you can copy the formatting from your old campaigns, and then you basically tweak them to your needing and liking. I said before that I combined with a pixel, and I have that connected to a landing page that I actually have here, an app called Hyped Edit. And here's an example. When people click on to the listen more on the ad, it'll take them to a page like this. You can pick your poison. Where do you want to bump me? Right? And what this middle page does is it gets rid of a lot of the bots. It can be programmed to click certain things, which could definitely mess with your statistics. It only learns not when people get to this page, but it learns when people click something else. So this helps me ward out that, which then allows more real people to be counted and the algorithm to learn. So that's Hyped Edit, how it connects to Ads Manager. The last part of this is going to be the actual YouTube campaign that I'm running for this. And I have this set up here for YouTube engagements. We're setting this up. We're not going for subscriptions here. We don't want cheap subscriptions because that's what it's going to do with the budget I'm giving it. It's just going to find people that would subscribe. It's not going to find people and convert people that are more likely to watch it, right? I want to find people who are more likely to watch and more likely to just see my channel and subscribe. I'm putting in $15 a day here, so we're putting a little bit more than we're putting there. We have 7 locations here. Now for YouTube, it's a little different. I actually do have something. If you go to the actual ad group for it, I made sure that, again, this is only going to YouTube because I'm not going to be marketing to people on Maps or on Gmail. I actually have a running audience. And if we go into this audience, I basically have this targeted to certain people that like certain music. We're doing 18 to 34 as well. I set this up so when people search up certain things and certain interests, they're more likely to find my video. They fall into this category. Again, this is less social media scroll based where you're fighting with people with low attention spans to, okay, people watching longer YouTube videos. And again, the ad, you can see here, it's set up with an old ad that I ran. But down here, we're definitely going to have a headline. We're going to have a long headline. We're going to set up this part. This can only be set up once the actual YouTube video is set up and ready. However, the headline, I can actually copy the meme format and I can write, why does this video feel like 2020? And it will have a similar effect, hopefully, on YouTube as it does on social media. But again, the attention span on YouTube is usually a little longer. It can be 15 to 20 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot. But on TikTok, it's between 2 to 3, and 3 is very generous because I know probably skip 5 to 6 videos and you don't remember any of them. That's what you got to realize. You got to remove your ego from it because no one actually cares until you give them a reason to. That is essentially the full process, what I do to the lead up. After I have these campaigns set up, what do? I have to go to my distributor and I have to submit it for release. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to figure out a date with my guys that works with them to make sure they also have some content ready for them on their channels before we go live. All we have to do is go back into here, put the actual drop creative and song and connect it to my ads manager. If these are the kind of videos that you guys also enjoy, I'm happy to make more of that. Most of what I do is the artistic part, but there is a lot behind the scenes, like creating things for my website, working on merch that I don't know if a lot of artists are very open about, and I don't mind showing that part of the process. So, not everything has to be, loud and glamorous. Sometimes you have to work in silence, and that's what we did today. As an independent artist, we got a rollout strategy started. We set up both campaigns for Ads Manager and Google Ads. We created multiple memes that we're going to be posting all across social media, as well as got the YouTube video ready for upload. Let's pick a date. Let's release this. Let's get these creatives out and let's monitor how we do. Let's monitor how they perform. So until then, this song is called Runnin'. It's coming out who knows when, because I don't even know yet. Maybe if you're a real one and you're super interested and you stood to the end and you decide to stick around and subscribe, I'm going to post on my YouTube as soon as we have a date for this video. So if you're subscribed here, YouTube will know before all social medias, before anything. I love you guys. If I haven't said this already, I didn't say this yet, but love yourself. You're doing great. Surround yourself with winners because winning is contagious, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace and peace. Let's go.
So it's been something I know.